has such a big audience all over the world, and they have so many eyeballs that anything you do to make
That's
people
about 2
aware.
million people, just to add to everyone, that connect with this brand globally every year.
And so I think whatever you do to make people aware of a lot of subjects that you want them to be, like you say, you use the soft power to take your culture to other countries. And today, because of OTT, like we were discussing, there's so much we see from all over the world. And they see our movies, we see their movies, their series, and imagine a Korean drama that we, watch here in India. I would have never thought that would ever happen, but it does. And I think IFA is a great, platform where you can take your stories, your, whatever you want to make people aware of, take it to the world, and people will listen, because they trust you and they have seen you, and they really they're looking forward to whatever you want to tell about.
Dear IFA, you guys are incredible. You've built a huge institution and a big brand that matters to the industry. I think the onus of women paving ways for women should not just be on women, right? Please share it. Please, our dear men, share that onus. I would request IFA to give awards to men who support leading women in main characters.
Absolutely.
Who stand up and say, I will do this film because it's led by a woman. To reward producers who are pushing women characters, directors, writers, who are making them empowered on screen, and studios who are putting money behind it. I think there should be a whole category of awards on how women are shown on the screen. Those films should be awarded and represented, and those people should be acknowledged, and especially actors, who are saying that the onus cannot just be on women. It should be on the industry at large, and there should be an industry-led award for people who celebrate women on screen.
Wonderful. And again, to both of you, how do you feel you can influence or mentor or empower the next generation of female actresses or female producers, directors like we're mentioning? What is the one sort of empowering message that you'd like to share to them, other than dreaming, of course?
We are the ones who, make a path for them. So to say, if I keep pushing the envelope today, and I keep saying that no, I want better roles, I want to do this, I want, say even a simple example, like when I did Pukar, I talked about that, and I talked about Rita. People were totally against me doing that film. They said, no, you're a commercial actress, you cannot do this film. She shoots someone in the air. And she said, you can't do that. And I said, why? If I don't push the envelope, I don't try different roles, and I don't say that I want the woman to be really strong on screen, and I want to do those kind of roles, maybe, nobody else will be able to follow. Nobody else will get the inspiration of doing the same. And if I'm successful at doing that, then I pave the way for others to follow, other women to follow and say, hey, we want strong roles, we want, meatier kind of representation on screen, more powerful representation. And so I think it's the powers in the leading. I have to lead so that the others can follow, and I have to make the choices accordingly.
And you have path paved that way for many of us to come through. So thank you. And I will just say that we're not each other's competition. We're each other's companion. So I believe in you shine, I shine. So the way we talk about each other in the rooms that we are not there defines who we are. So celebrate each other. Double down on each other in the rooms that you are in.
Well said. Another something that we were just talking about behind stage is lifestyle, well-being, being in the right environment, and being able to look as fabulous as, of course, Madhuji and both you look tonight.
Not a badge.
I know, but we're sharing the stage, so we're at least the beauty and inspiration. How do you feel that plays a role in both you being an actress or just for your life itself personally? Where does lifestyle, wellness, how do you manage all of this?
How do you manage to look the way you look?
Yeah, and still
Yes.
and every
What
year
is going on?
like that. We would like a secret.
I don't know. I mean, thank you for your compliments. Thank you so much. But I think it's the way I look at life. For me, life is about living it, about enjoying it, about doing what you think is right, about making the decisions that comes from your heart. And that's what I've always done and followed. Of course, the beauty and every other part is, skin. It's like, I feel everything comes from within. And if you have that power within, if you have that curiosity about life always, like Munir is sitting here, and I want to know everything about her, and how her journey was, and how beautifully she has, managed to fight back and do something on her own. And she gives me the inspiration. I want to be an inspiration for others. So I don't think it's about just looking good or lifestyle. It's about the curiosity you have about the world, what you want to achieve, what your plans are for the future, what you want to see happen in your life. I think all that adds and makes you who you are, right? And for the young girls, I would say that, always try to be yourself. Don't try to follow a mold, you break the mold. Create your own identity. Do something that's different. Be different. And that's
Be
how,
yourself, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, be yourself.
And that's how you will be who you are. Right? There's nothing. There's no perfection as such in life.
And for us, that's you. But anyway, we'll take your word. And Puneet, what would you share in terms of lifestyle, well-being, or how do you look after yourself to be a stronger person, a better person, and be able to achieve more?
I was like 90 kgs and down in the dumps and looked like a hag, like I was very busy working and that was life. Never really thought about self or a need or balance. Then 30s happened, then 40s happened, and I was like, okay, now I need to, so slowed down a little bit, and I think in my journey, what has happened, lost some good amount of weight, moved towards health, reversed the blood markers, learned life balance. I think what happened in my life was a journey of spirituality, where I learned how to be more grateful. I just feel like I was taking the burden of the world in my head, and I was like, okay, maybe I don't need to carry the burden of the whole world. It's fine. I can also breathe and live life. So, and I think my beautiful husband, my very good-looking, handsome husband, helped 2 years ago.
Somewhere, round of applause.
Yeah, I desperately wanted to get married.
Behind every woman, a successful woman, there's also a man, right? Like you said.
And it took dimples then. But why can't we objectify?
Women have been so for so long. Why not men?
So I always say that balance is not perfection, right? And I think you should learn to delegate in life.
As a mother, as a
Exactly.
as a producer, it's far more demanding. But for me, as running a company and traveling so much, and also running a full-time production company with multiple projects, multiple demands, and all of them are different stages. I think now a marriage, a household, and all of that. I think it really you come to a point where you learn the balance. Some people are better at it, some people learn it along, and I have learned it, and I think a deep sense of gratitude has helped me smile through the day, and also to define success for myself. बिकॉज इतना एंग्स्ट होता है ना कि मतलब हम सक्सेसफुल नहीं है, हम और अच्छा कर सकते हैं, वो that's a non-stop sense of greed. It's a non-stop sense of roller coaster that you're always on. So I think if I can wake up inspired every morning, I'm successful.
Absolutely. I've always said if you can wake up and smile in the morning thinking about what you're going to do and be grateful for that, rather than running the rat race or being on a hamster's wheel, always trying to run after something.
Yeah, and always having a supportive partner always helps. Mine doesn't have dimples, but it still helps.
I'm a doctor.
And I'm still searching, so I'll look for 2 dimples first, right? Absolutely. And of course, both of you have an experience of America in your life. Madhuri, you moved there to live. Guneet, obviously your career's taken you in that path. And up until I feel very recently, we've always looked up to the West and America and Hollywood and all of this. But thankfully now, we were discussing earlier, that they're looking to the East. What have you found has been your journey between the two worlds that you've lived in, whether in terms of living or your work or your careers? How have you felt that, and what have you felt the differences or similarities?
Good experience.
You lived there. I think I learned business. The business practices there are incredible because in LA they look at the whole world as business for a movie, and in India we tend to look at India and the diaspora as our universe. So we look at Indians around the world, which is amazing. We are a huge, amazing, empowered population, and we love our movies and our movie stars, which is incredible. But I think that there is a perspective where out of LA you look at the whole world, you look at the non-diaspora also as your audiences. And that's a journey that I lived on Lunchbox, and that's the journey that I more recently lived on Kim. And when you get feedback from Korea, from Japan, from Spain, from Azerbaijan, and you're selling those territories, and you're getting feedback, and you're getting amazing reviews, you're just like, this is our skin color, these are our technicians, this is our craft, and we took it further and expanded the world. So that perspective of business came to me from LA. I'm excited to work in India and to distribute around the world. Basically, make films in India and use the dollar in our favor and distribute in dollars. So that is the journey I'm excited on, to expand the world of our culture, of our skin color, and to be able to, like I keep saying, that my dream would be to make a brown panther. Black Panther box office is $2 billion. So
Imagine what the Brown Panther could do.
Exactly.
$1 trillion film.
Yeah, पहले 2 billion तक आ गए, अब हम कुछ millions में. So more like, where is the Crazy Rich Indians? So I get inspired by the business side of Hollywood, which is taking their films and distributing on the whole world, not diaspora or non-diaspora. They're defining pop culture globally. So I feel like the increasing conversation and power of the East and increasing amazing, incredible films like Parasite has happened. I just feel it's time for us to do that, and I would love to be able to have that moment or create that story. So I'm on that journey. We've started making small dents, and one has to learn the business to navigate that.
Great. And one of the things when we talk about women or men in any industry, there's always this question about the gender pay gap and how that's closing. Like you said, you'd like to see women being supported by men. What have you felt? Has there been a difference, especially Madhuri, from the very early years? Today, female actresses in India can command just as much for a film or be on the producing side and on the business side. Have you felt a difference there on that pay gap?
Well, I think for women, they have to prove themselves time and again and time and again, and to say that we're equally, we can draw an audience, we can do that, but you have to prove it every single time. And yes, there's still a disparity, but like she said, it's like pushing the envelope every time, a little bit more, and it's like baby steps. We are still a long way away. disparity not happening. But I think we have a long way to go, and we have to kind of go every day towards that.
I mean, having said that, there was Barbie last year and there was 3-2, which is women-led and is the film is called only 3-2. And there was Barbie last year. So I just think that there are full possibilities of breaking the box office. There are full possibilities of creating those
I
moments.
think that happens. Like when I did, say, a Raja, people said it should have been called Rani or a Beda, it should have been called Beti. But it all is words, you know. When will it actually happen? That is the question. It did happen at one point in my life, but is it a regular happening? I don't know. It's very rare.
So that's why I was like last year Barbie and 3-2 that happened, that these two films broke the box office there and here. One needs to do more, one needs to take more chances, and to be able to do that, there is clearly a pay gap, there is clearly a difference. And absolutely women have to go 10 times to be doing it once. Also, to be constantly, be supported by actors. It's very hard. But I just feel like I genuinely want men actors to answer this question. I just feel like the onus of answering these questions on women is very strange because we're anyways the people who are
In the receiving end.
then to comment, on that, what we can do is create more opportunities, do more. There is no shortcut of doing more. And we've seen some examples, like this is an incredible example. It's the highest box office Hindi language film to date. So there is so much power in just doing that and doing more of that hopefully. And in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, we have more examples of that. It will become a norm. I hope so. I'd like to dream.
We all do. And like I just mentioned,
Thank you for being part of that.
so when we started this, I explained that I can make a difference. Along with Shobha, have been championing because Shobha actually has a school in Kerala for girls, for educating them, for giving a step and laying the foundation to build a career. In terms of what do you think one of those small steps can be for somebody who's just starting out in their career, but could hopefully lead them to making a big difference? What just if it had to be one thing to motivate them?
Keep creating. There's no shortcut. Write every weekend, shoot every weekend, build your tribe. Don't stop. Don't wait for validation. For who? Don't wait for, you will meet your people. You will make 2 bad things, your 3rd thing will be better. Keep creating. And I really always give Kartini Gonzalez this example. She's a natural history photographer. She directed Elephant Whisperers. And she's never been on a film set. She's not come in as an AD. She's a photographer. And found a story, made a pitch trailer, sent that as a cold email to Netflix, to us at Sikya. And that led to creating and starting a team coming together for Elephant Whisperers to making Kartini Gonzalez the first female director to win an Oscar. That's because she didn't think that there was any roadblock. She didn't think that it was not possible. She just fell in love with the story and stayed true to that. And stayed true to that journey.
She believed in that whole story.
And then she created something. She created a pitch trailer on her own and pitched a pitch trailer, not like with a script or something. It's a documentary. There is no. So I'm just saying that if you keep creating, you will find your tribe, and that will lead you to your destination. But you can't stop and wait for validation. That's all. Just keep creating.
Never give up. To put it in short, never give up. Because who knows where you find that germ and you will hit it and it will reach its prime. So never give up. Like I was doing my second Marathi film and we had a DOP on board and something happened and he was not being able to make it. And somebody suggested, there's another woman who's a DOP, but she's a woman. And I'm like, so what if she's a woman? And I saw her work and I loved it, and I said, no, I want her on my the script for Pancha. And we had her, she did a wonderful job. You should see the film just to see the photography of the film. And recently she was nominated for the best photography. Yes.
Pooja Gupta, yes, she's incredible.
And I just love her work. And so that's how it has to be something that is deserving.
Absolutely, and I said that at the Oscar stage after the win, and I said that in the press conference after, and I said, don't wait for a seat on the table. Create your own table and sit on it. And then you can choose who else sits on it. Who's waiting for a seat on the table? It's my table.
And of course, to lead this conversation to this very big weekend, and with IFA celebrating its 25 years of industry, the business, cinema, men and women, a very strong lineup for us. What are you most looking forward to during this weekend?
Well, a lot of things, a lot of fun. And of course, we get to see good cinema. We get to see, I meet all my colleagues here. These are, occasions where you actually meet them, talk to them, and, interact a lot of times. And so I get to meet them, I get to perform. I'm looking forward to that. And of course,
we all are looking forward to that on Sunday night.
And, to see how much talent we have in our country. And to see that itself is going to be very inspiring. And I'm looking forward to that.
And for someone like you, Guneet, like you said, it's your first time at IFA. You're also nominated, of course. What are you most looking forward to?
I'm so excited to be part of IFA firstly. I'm so grateful to be here and to meet everybody, to enjoy. And this is like a cocoon away from the industry, but yet colleagues and peer group here. So I'm actually looking forward to meeting my peers and celebrating with them. We're all in this hotel, which I'm excited about. And so thank you for creating spaces for conversation. This is, otherwise it's like a meeting in Bombay. It starts and it ends in like 45 minutes to 1 hour. This is going to be chill. This is going to be breakfast. This is going to be, performances, getting ready.
Partying. It's going to be a lot of partying.
And then 2 days, it's just not 1 day. It's for me now 3 days, So we've all come in. So thank you for creating this wonderful space. And of course the performances, of course the conversations. And wow, I didn't know you were performing, so I'm excited for that. And I heard Shah Rukh Khan is here, so yes, I'd love to have chai with him or coffee. So I'm looking forward for IFA doing that.
I think you and many, many people in this room and beyond.
Yeah, I'm on the stage, so I can ask for it.
Special perks. And of course, ma'am, you've shared so many films, and of course Shah Rukh Khan. Is there anything exciting? Yes, exactly. Devdas, who can't forget that? So anything that we look forward to? Or you can share as a sneak peek for the performances?
Well, I think I would like it to be a surprise of sorts. But all I can say that I'm sure you'll love it, you'll enjoy it, because it comes from, our soil, whatever we perform, is very much from our soil. And उसमें धरती की खुशबू आएगी आपको, और जयपुर की भी बहुत खुशबू आएगी उसमें. So be prepared, you're going to be entertained to the maximum.
Thank you so much. I'd like to thank both of you, Madhuri ji, Guneet. It's been absolutely wonderful to kick off, like I said, the IFA weekend with this evening, and on the eve of International Women's Day. I hope this short journey of women in cinema has given everyone here a glimpse of what initiatives like I Can Make a Difference, along with visionary partners like Shobha, can help do to empower, create knowledge exchange, and give all of us that vision to be able to dream. Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for Madhuri Dixit ji and Guneet Monga.
And ladies and gentlemen, please give it up.